Ashraf, with my next question, I might be jumping the gun here, but maybe you can give us a sneak preview of what you mean by fifth dimensional awareness and its application. Maybe some practical examples.
Thank you so much for that question. Yes. Application in emergence. How does one go from 4D to 5D living? And that's really what the rest of our seminars is about. Remember, this is a 10-part pilot program. Each seminar builds on the foundation, and eventually we have the full picture. Like you need a foundation before you put up walls, and you need walls to put up a roof, then you have a house. And so bear in mind that this is not something that is done overnight, and it's not a quick fix. You've got to be trained and supported month by month to go beyond the negative propensity. Remember, each one of us unconsciously sabotages ourselves. We maintain being who we've been instead of going beyond who we've been. That's what the unconscious average person does. We keep maintaining who we've been. There is a potential for us to go beyond who we've been. There was a time when I wasn't a teacher and I didn't know about this, but I subsequently now know myself to be as a teacher and know all this. So I went beyond who I was being. And how we relate, we unconsciously want to keep on relating the way we do, powerlessly, self-neglectfully, and negatingly. So we're usually neglecting of ourselves, negating of our lives, and we want to continue that. I used to, be very addictive and harmful to my body and myself and my life. And I've gone beyond that way of relating powerlessly and needily, self-negatingly, life-sabotagingly. Now I nurture myself more and more, my body, my life, my afterlife. I'm more into nourishing experiences. So we can go beyond who we've been, we can go beyond how we interact and relate. But the ego doesn't want you to do that. The ego wants you to continue to be who you've been and continue to relate the way you do. And we can go beyond what we've lived, the experiences we've had, but the ego, again, is familiar with what we've lived and perpetuates it with every passing day. This moment here is what is creating our past. How we be right here in the now is determining our past. Because how we be now will become our past. But a lot of people think, no, your past is actually causing you to be now the way you are. And that is illusion. This is truth teaching. Truth teaching tells us there's only the now. And how we are in the now is actually producing the past. So keep that in mind, that we can begin to apply ourselves first with awareness. Awareness. A large part of the teaching is to become aware. The more aware you become, the more the adult multidimensional self is emerging. So a lot of awareness in this teaching for you to reflect on, to listen to these ideas over and over again. And then there is application, where you begin to start releasing. So a large part of our work together is releasing. Because if you don't release, you will maintain who you've been, how you've lived, and what you've experienced. So once we stop resisting, stop reacting, stop the identification, we go beyond the identification, the resistance, the reaction, and we release. The more we release, the more secure we will automatically experience ourselves to be. The more we will be adults, the more we release. So that's about halfway through the program, the releases, and then to begin to relate to the aspects of us that are in trances and to undo these trances. Once you start releasing, easing up, practicing calm, developing your imagination, supporting further experiences of ease, calm, allowing what is to be observant and accepting and appreciative, then we can begin to look and see what are the trances that control us and undo them. the more we release, the deeper we can recognize truth. And as we recognize we're okay, we're powerful, we're creative, everything is okay, that experience grounds us. That's when the walls go up. So the foundation is releasing, and the walls are the recognition of truth, that how things are and how they work. And the last part of it is putting up the roof, which is receiving. So that's so important, the grounding of okayness and the supporting of good feeling and relating, self-relating, and then receiving, which will be the third and final part of our work together in the 10-part series. And so this is basically a step-by-step, very well thought of program based on my personal and professional experiences, in over 20 years. And so I did mention some of the applications, but as we go through the program, each one of these will be taken in much more detail month to month and supported, and people can have the awareness and how to, what to be aware of as an adult, and then the application and how the application supports releasing, recognizing, and receiving. So, thank you so much for that question as well. It was a great question as well. All great questions. I'm really enjoying it.